So we want to demonstrate pressing out a tincture. So we just made some tinctures. As I said, they'll sit for a month and then they can be pressed out after that. And there's various ways to go about pressing it out. If you're just doing a little bit at home, one thing people do is pour your tincture through a piece of cloth and then fold up the cloth and sort of try and wring it out like that. You can get devices like this. I think that's called a potato ricer or something like that, like an enormous garlic press. You can get these at kitchen stores. There are a lot of different kinds. This one looks pretty heavy duty. Then for something a little more elaborate, I found this online. Very nice press from Japan. This little basket in it. You can really put a lot of leverage on this. This is pretty effective, but of course it's only for rather small amounts. Like for a whole half-gallon jar of something, it would take quite a while to do it this way. There are many hand juicers on the market if you go looking on Amazon or anywhere, and they're all for oranges. You know, there's very few where you can just put anything in there and press it by hand with much power, unless it's citrus, unfortunately. So most people that do this on any kind of scale end up buying or making a press that involves a car jack. You're just going to get so much more out of your herbs. So the harder you can squeeze, the more obviously that you're going to get back. So these are on the market. Mine is homemade. A friend of mine cut out a piece of I-beam, and this was an old stainless steel sink. So somebody who welds can put something like this together. There's a person around Asheville making them. They're also on the market. There's a nice one available from Horizon Herbs, strictly medicinal herbs, they're called. So the parts are, there's a basket that the herbs are going to go into, and then a plunger, and then the jack is going to go on top. So I decanted, so what we're going to press out at the moment is Pedicularis wood betony. We tinctured this way last April, but you know, there's no, I mean, you want to wait a month, but there's no problem with waiting 2 months or even 3 months. Don't wait forever. So this has gotten quite popular as a muscle relaxant. There's also wood betony. I don't think we've done a video on that. There's a European wood betony and an American wood betony. The American one is Pedicularis, also known as lousewort, and that's what we have here. It's a little woodland herb, semi-parasitic on tree roots. So the herbs are going to go into the basket here. I already decanted off whatever would pour off, so I got this much. And now we want to see how much more we can get out of it with this press. So we have the herbs now in the basket here, and we'll put on the plunger. So have to keep an eye on where it's coming out to. So the herbs are in here, and we put the jack on top. And proceed as usual with the jack. Alright, so I think we've pressed everything we're going to get out of here, so I just want to release the jack. Get it out of here. Any last bits of liquid. So this is a substantial amount more that we got by having this kind of a press. So This is what I poured off at the beginning, but we're going to get almost, almost as much tincture back as alcohol that we put in, which is great. So I'm just going to pedicularis. Add this to this. Alright. 1,515 milliliters. Well, we could measure this and see just what we got. It certainly looks like we got almost that much back. 1,500 milliliters, that's like a liter and a half. So yeah, that's just to say that if you're going to be doing very many tinctures, it's definitely worth investing in some kind of apparatus like this. Pays for itself in very short order if you think that it's worth $15 an ounce. We got an extra $150 worth just right there off that one pressing. So that is so what we've been doing here is tincturing by maceration. There's actually two different ways you can make a tincture. One is maceration and the other is percolation, and we'll do a separate video on tincturing by percolation. But let's go and look at a few sources that we use to decide on ratios and the percentage of alcohol for various herbs.